John, obviously this week your second game in charge since coming back. A bit more time this week to actually get the troops on the track and do a bit more work with them before going to Perth today.
Yeah, of course, not much, but we had a few sessions more, so we tried to do our things, and now it's again see if we can make a step for the coming game against Perth.
And Perth's obviously had a fairly good season so far in comparison to Melbourne Heart. Obviously it's a hard trip going over to Perth and taking all 3 points. Is that the aim? Obviously it's time for a win and we'd like to get one. What are your aims when we go over there?
Well, the aim is what I said before. Of course, every game, if you're a professional sportsman, you want to win. So that's nothing new. For us, it's been a long time ago. But my aim is not that, because the focus has to be on playing well, playing the kind of game that I have in mind, and that's where we trained on, talked about. And my opinion is if you do that, then the results will come.
Obviously last week against Central Coast Mariners there were some positive signs against Mariners, and they're also a very hard team to go and get a point from. Were you pleased about that performance?
Yes, I think the boys played the way that I asked them to, especially the first half. Second half was a little bit more difficult, but still then we were still playing some good football. So yeah, we have to just continue in doing those things and trying to build up from the back if possible. If not, then of course we have to find a different way of coming into the final third. But no, I think this week again we worked on those things, and hopefully we can show again some improvement against Perth.
That away record as well as obviously hasn't been great over the last year or so. Is there anything you're looking to sort of turn that around, just away from that?
Look, here always what I told you, we're always looking to turn things around, but the main thing is to focus on our game plan, and if we do that well and we start playing the game that I think we can do, then the results eventually have to come. It could be already against Perth, but if not, then I'm sure it's going to be happening in the near future.
And how different has it felt coming back in, just in terms of atmosphere? I guess a lot of the personnel has changed, but just in terms of the vibe since you were last here, the team hasn't won in a long while. But how have you found it?
No, it feels like I've not left. I've been away for 2 years, but all the people around the club are almost the same. Of course, in the squad, in the team, there have been a lot of changes. But no, I don't have any problems of adapting to the way of living in Melbourne and being on the training pitch. So that's I think a good sign.
And how's the morale in the group as well? Obviously haven't won in quite a while. Do you feel like that they're up and about still, and a win's around the corner?
No, look, the morale is good. I'm focusing on playing well. I'm focusing on my game plan, and the boys are really working hard to try to get that onto the pitch, and that's the main thing.
Yeah, and you mentioned after last week's game, Harry played 90 minutes, and how much of a lift that gave to the team. How integral is he, and do you think from here on in he'll be playing 90 minutes, and is that sort of you want him to be the fulcrum in the attack as well?
Look, Harry is coming from a long way not playing. For him, it's still every game we have to see how he feels, how he recovers from the game before. Now he's looking good. He trained well. He had a good game, 90 minutes against Central Coast. And also for him, it's important to make the next step, because if you play one game against Central Coast at a certain level, then you want to improve as a team, but also as an individual, as Harry is. And I think that's the next goal for him as well, to play again 90 minutes and get stronger and better.
And can you just take us through any changes that you're looking to make for the side to face Perth this week, or any at all?
No, look, I'm happy with the performance that we had. I'm always looking for improvement, and I'm not saying that everybody's having a line-up place secured. So I'm looking at the training, I'm looking at games, and but I'm not going to change, of course, a lot of things.
you obviously want to pick up as many points from here on in until the end of the season, but is there anything in particular you want to look to implement or improve, other than just from getting off the bottom of the table and from a points perspective?
I want to improve a lot. I want to implement another way of playing, and that's going to cost time. But I still think that we can achieve that. And most important thing for me is to get the team playing, that the fans can be proud of the way that they're playing, and that's my main goal. And within saying that, of course, we know, and I know as anyone else, that that goes together with results. But as I said before, it's not my focus is getting the team playing in a certain way.
John, just quickly on Dylan Mcallister, he's in the squad this week. Any word on his fitness and how he's been going?
Oh, he's been going well. He played 90 minutes a week ago with the youth team. The week before that he played 60 minutes, so he's near to playing a role in the first team. That's why he's with the squad. So Dylan is ready to help us if we need him, and hopefully in the coming weeks he will continue getting stronger and better, like a few other players that have been away for a long time, like Harry, like Orlando coming back, Jonathan Gormano. So all those players have to lift the team in a way that we as a team become stronger.
And just on Orlando, he might play a role this Sunday in the youth league?
Yeah, Orlando is scheduled to play a part of the game, and if that goes well, then maybe he can be involved in a role for the next game with the first team. Depends all, of course, how he plays and what happens after that, how he recovers. But he's looking good. He's trained very, very hard and very well and good. So hopefully he can have a good week next week.